So, Sanskrit was designed like a scientific language where pronunciation and grammar are extremely structured. In fact, Sanskrit is famous because every word has exact pronunciation, fixed grammar, deep meaning, and powerful rhythm. That's why Sanskrit doesn't feel like ordinary speech. It feels like a formula. Now here comes the big question: when did Sanskrit originate? Sanskrit has two forms: Vedic Sanskrit, used in the Vedas, and classical Sanskrit, used in epics like Ramayana and Mahabharata. Most historians say Vedic Sanskrit existed around 1500 BCE or earlier, and classical Sanskrit was standardized around 500 BCE. But here's the twist. Sanskrit is not like a language invented on a single date. It evolved like a river, slowly, continuously. So Sanskrit's birth certificate is not available because it is older than written history. Now let's destroy a popular confusion. Many people say Sanskrit is the oldest language in the world. The truth is, Sanskrit is one of the oldest recorded languages still studied today. But is it the oldest ever spoken language? Not exactly. Because there are older written languages too, like Sumerian, Egyptian, and Akkadian. But here is the difference. Those languages are mostly dead and unreadable for normal people. But Sanskrit still has living grammar, still has literature, still has a continuous tradition, still influences modern languages. So Sanskrit is not just old, it is still alive in the DNA of languages. This is the most important point. Vedas are not just written information, they were meant to be heard. In ancient India, knowledge was preserved through sound, not paper. Sanskrit was perfect for this because pronunciation is extremely accurate. Even a small change in sound changes meaning. It is rhythmic and musical. Shlokas are easy to memorize. It has a vibration-based structure. That's why mantras must be chanted exactly. Example: if you pronounce a mantra wrong, the meaning changes, like changing code in programming. So, Sanskrit was chosen because it was the most stable carrier of sound knowledge. Vedas are basically audio science, and Sanskrit was the perfect storage device, like the hard disk of ancient civilization. Now this is painful but true. Many students learn Sanskrit like this: memorize shlokas, memorize grammar tables, write answers, get marks, forget everything. Because Sanskrit is taught like a dead exam language, not like a living skill. Schools often teach Sanskrit without speaking practice, storytelling, conversation, cultural connection. So it becomes a marks machine, not a language. It's like teaching swimming using only theory. That's why Sanskrit is seen as easy scoring. Not because Sanskrit is easy, but because exams are designed that way. Now listen carefully. You don't need to become a Sanskrit scholar, but learning minimum Sanskrit gives you superpowers. Benefit 1, it strengthens your brain. Sanskrit grammar is like gym training for memory and logic. Benefit 2, it improves pronunciation. Sanskrit has perfect phonetics. It improves clarity in speech. Benefit 3, it unlocks Indian knowledge. Ayurveda, yoga, Vedanta, ancient science, all are stored in Sanskrit. Translation is never 100% accurate. If you want the original meaning, you need Sanskrit. Benefit 4, it connects Indian languages. Hindi, Telugu, Kannada, Marathi, Bengali, all have Sanskrit roots. Sanskrit is like the motherboard of Indian languages. Even English words like mother, father, name are linked to Indo-European roots similar to Sanskrit. So Sanskrit is not just a language, it is a key to human civilization. Now the practical part. Most people fail because they start with grammar rules. Wrong approach. To learn Sanskrit easily, follow these steps. Step 1, learn daily spoken sentences. Example: aham gachami, I go. Tavam pathasi, you read. Mama nama, my name is. Step 2, learn 200 common words. Sanskrit words are surprisingly logical. Step 3, listen daily. Listen to Sanskrit chants, shlokas, and spoken Sanskrit news. Your brain starts recognizing patterns automatically. Step 4, use stories like Panchatantra to make Sanskrit fun. Step 5, learn Devanagari slowly. You don't need perfection. Start reading basic letters. Within 30 days, you will see improvement. Sanskrit is not hard. The teaching method is hard. Here comes the surprise. Sanskrit is spoken in India, Nepal, universities worldwide, Hindu monasteries, and international Sanskrit conferences. Many people use it in chanting, rituals, yoga teaching, and research. And yes, there are children today who speak Sanskrit at home. Not millions, but it exists. Now, the shocking truth. Fluent Sanskrit speakers are very limited. Thousands speak it conversationally, many more can read it, but millions recite prayers without knowing full meaning. So, Sanskrit is like a sleeping giant. It's not extinct, it's in hibernation, like a lion pretending to be dead. Now listen, Sanskrit is one of the richest literary languages ever. There are Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Ayurvedic, and mathematical texts. India has libraries holding millions of Sanskrit manuscripts. We have more manuscripts than the entire ancient Greek and Latin collections combined, and many are still waiting to be read. Imagine a treasure chest buried, but the key is forgotten. That key is Sanskrit. Now the final big question. If Sanskrit is so valuable, how can we revive it? Not by forcing it, but by making it useful and cool again. Revive through speaking communities, movies, songs, technology like AI translation, and teaching it differently in schools. Teach Sanskrit as the language of knowledge, not just rituals. Because Sanskrit is not a museum item, it is a tool. People call Sanskrit a dead language, but a language is dead only when people stop respecting it. Sanskrit is not dead. It is like a sleeping volcano. Its literature and mantras are alive. Even modern Indian culture is running on Sanskrit like software in the background. So next time someone says Sanskrit is useless, ask them if it is useless, like why does an entire civilization's knowledge exist inside it? If it is dead, why are millions still chanting it? Sanskrit is not just a language, it is a time machine. And learning even a little Sanskrit is like gaining access to the oldest library of human wisdom. If you want a world where ancient knowledge meets modern intelligence, then this channel is for you. Subscribe to Crazy World Forever, because here we decode hidden truths of the world. See you in the next episode. Sanskrit is not a dead language. It's a living civilization trapped inside words.